Oh man, guess what? I haven't seen you. We haven't seen each other for like what? 3 days? But that's not important because I'm back. Yes, we're back again. Hello everyone. It's Adrian and you're welcome. Welcome back to the channel where I talk about my unfiltered thoughts and opinions that nobody asked for. Sorry, I'm a little sick. And you're welcome. Welcome back to the channel where I talk about my unfiltered thoughts and opinions that nobody asked for. If that sounds like something that you're into, like and subscribe. Without further ado, let's get right into today's episode. Again, I know I always say and like start every video by saying that if I look puffy, it's because I just woke up. Because it's the truth. It's because I just woke up. Most of the time I film right when I wake up. So here we are, and as you've seen from the title, today we're gonna be talking about the fact that I'm just done, dude. I'm done watching sad movies, and I'm done. Lately I've just been finding, like these past weeks, I've just been finding myself watching a lot of really sad movies. Again, it wasn't intentionally. I would have all these movies recommended to me, and I would just be like, you know what, let me see what's up, let me watch them and see what's going on. And before you come for me and judge me for the fact that I've never watched these movies, I mean, I've watched them now, but I watched these movies just now and hadn't watched them before, and call me a liar and tell me that I'm weird since I'm an actor. I should have watched these movies a long time ago. Just because you're an actor, it doesn't mean that you have to watch every movie ever, every film that has ever been made out there, okay? Like, please, there's so many films out there to watch, so many good ones, and I've watched thousands of them, thousands of them. Not only for fun, but also for work and research purposes and all that kind of stuff, because I'm an actor, and when you're an actor you watch all these movies trying to learn something new and blah 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 and all that kind of stuff. You get the gist of it. But we're not here to judge people, we're not here to judge anyone, and let's get right into it. Again, I've been finding myself watching all these really sad movies, not intentionally, but it's just like all these movies that got recommended to me, and then I was like, you know what, let me watch them, let me see what's up. Since I've been putting them off for a really long time, I think now it's the time to just watch them one by one, okay, one by one. And guess what the movies were? Guess what the films were? It was The Perks of Being a Wallflower, Dead Poet Society. What else? Eternal Sunshine. What else? I also watched The Notebook, because I don't watch a lot of like romance stuff. I just do not. Don't ask me why. I just don't. I don't think it's a genre of films that really interests me like that. But I was like, you know what? A lot of people have been talking about it, for some reason, and it's also from the 90s, I believe. Is it? I think it's a pretty old film. So I was like, oh god, I love old films. So let me watch it. It must be good. And let me tell you, I do not regret watching it, even though, again, I just said that I'm done with sad movies. But I also watched that one. What else? Oh, there has to be another one. I mean, I don't remember, but I watched like a lot of films, and it was a lot. It was a lot, because most of these, if not all of these films that I watched, were like really sad movies, and they just messed me up, and I'm done. I'm really done. And I know you might be thinking, Adrian, stop being dramatic. Those films are not even that sad. They are, though. They are. If you've watched them before, they are, and they messed up. They're messed up. They messed me up, and I'm done. I'm done watching sad films. I'm literally done. I don't want to watch any more like sad stuff. I just don't want. I just don't want to. I don't want to, and enough is enough. Again, most of these I went into watching them thinking that, oh god, this is gonna be something fun, because let's start with the perks of being a wallflower. Okay, we're gonna do one by one. somebody recommended it to me on the internet. They were like, "Oh, have you ever watched The Perks of Being a Wallflower?" I was like, "No, I've never watched it before, but I've seen it everywhere." It's like, "What's up? What's up with that phone?" It's like, "Oh, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. It's really good. It's gonna be this like life-changing story, and you're gonna have to like watch it." They're like, "You also an actor?" I'm like, "Yeah, I am." So, "Oh, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. I can't believe you haven't watched it before." And I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it." So guess what? Little happy me. On a good day, I remember this day weeks ago, by the way. It was a really, really beautiful day. I was just having fun. I was like, you know what? Now that I'm in a good mood, I'm gonna pull out and watch The Perks of Being a Wallflower, because it's supposed to be this really fun film, and let's do it. So I put it on, I watch it, and from the beginning, wait, why did I say it like that? But from the beginning, why did I say it like that? But from the beginning, I'm sorry, from the beginning of the film to the end, The Perks of Being a Wallflower, that has gotten to be the saddest and one of the most gut wrenching films that I've ever watched, because oh my god, it's one of those films that you watch and they're like so good to the point where I will never watch them ever again. I'm never gonna watch them ever again. One of those films that you watch them and you're never gonna watch them again. I'm never gonna watch The Perks of Being a Wallflower ever again. Not because it's not good. No, it's good. It's perfect. It's great. It's a really good film. But that's why I'm never gonna watch it again. It's so good, and it's also so triggering. I don't wanna. I don't know, man. That's the thing. It's just so good that I'm never gonna watch it again. It's just so sad and gut wrenching. Again, this day when I decided to watch it for the first time, I was having such a great day, and I was like, "Oh God, this is perfect. This is gonna be fun." You know, I'm up for the ride and ready for this ride. And I watched it, and it was the most saddest thing I've ever watched, ever. Hands down, I really cannot think of a sadder film that I've ever watched compared to The Perks of Being a Wallflower, because I'm like, I'm never gonna watch this again. Again, not because it's not good. It's so good, but it is so sad. Like, it's such a sad film. Again, from beginning to end, and it's just like I cannot. And most of the time when I'm watching films and movies in general, it's something that I always do. I always put like a little notebook that I have in a pen, because I like to, again, I watch movies for leisure and for fun, but also, again, like I said, I'm an actor. I also like to like analyze the scenes and like study the characters' physicality and the way they say their lines and the tone of their voice and all these things, and like the way they deliver the lines and all this stuff, and just study them and write them down and blah blah blah, and do all that kind of stuff. And that's why when I watch films, I always watch them like at least 5 times, so that I can like see and like do this analysis and all this kind of stuff. You don't really have to do that. I only do that because I'm an actor, and it's just something that I like to do for fun and to just like learn and, you know, I guess sharpen my skill of being an actor. And I couldn't even do that. Watching this film, I could not do that. I could not pull my little notebook to write things down and points down and take notes and analyze these performances, because I was like, I just wanted to enjoy it. And God, it was so sad to the point where I was like, I'm never gonna watch this film ever again, like ever again. And I'm being serious, not because it's not good. It's so good, but also it's so triggering and so sad. If you've never watched it, go watch it, please. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Go watch it. I'm not saying this because I think it's, but I love it. It's fantastic. It's perfect, but it's so sad, man. It's like so sad, and it made me sob and bawl my eyes out. I'm like, I'm never gonna watch this thing ever again. Ever. I'm done. Seriously, I'm done. I'm never gonna watch that film ever again. I don't even know what was happening with that week, with those like weeks where I was just like watching sad movies back to back, back to back. Now, I watched The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Completely destroyed me, you know, it was so sad. I was like, this is, I cannot. To this day, I haven't recovered from that film. To this day. And again, like I just said, I'm never gonna watch it again because it's so good, it's so sad and so gut wrenching, and I'm like, I cannot, I'm not gonna watch this again. And before I had even like recovered, before I could even recover from the perks of being a wallflower and how sad it is, I got to also watch Dead Poet Society again. Don't ask me how, I'd never watched it before, do not. But I got to watch it also a few weeks ago for the first time, and also another sad movies also completely destroyed me again. If the perks of being a wallflower hadn't done enough damage, Dead Poet Society came along and just like shattered my heart into pieces, and I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, why do these people keep recommending sad movies to me? Like, what's going on? I'm not a sad movies kind of person. Okay, you know what I mean. So that's why there's like all these really like sad movies that I hadn't watched before. Again, these are films that are like really really good, but man, are they sad? They're so sad. I was like, Neil, stop. Neil is actually the character in the film, The Dead Poet Society. So if you haven't watched it before, please do. I would recommend that you do. And I'm like, dude, this is so sad. The guy died. God, I'm not. Again, if you haven't watched it before, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't watched the film Dead Poet Society before, go watch it. It's perfect. You know, it's perfect. Go watch it. And again, those are the kinds of films that you watch once, and I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this again. I'm not gonna watch this again. Again, finish The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Then I went and watched Dead Poet Society. Completely shattered my heart. Then I watched Eternal Sunshine, and I'm like, what is going on? Why do I keep watching sad stuff? You know, what's happening? Then I also watched Little Women. I'm like, oh God, please, I can't. Again, these are films that are really good, but they're also like so sad. They're so sad, and I'm just done. And I think at this point I'm done. And to the point, the reason to why I get so affected by these sad films that I watch. Again, I'm an actor, whether I want or not. I'm gonna have to watch these films at some point to learn and to do all these things and practice my craft and all that kind of stuff. But the reason to why they just affect me so much is because as an actor, again, I'm always analyzing characters. Even when I'm watching films, sometimes it can be hard for me to just like watch the movie, watch the film, and just like enjoy it, because I'm always like being so observant. I'm like, that's really cool, the thing that they did with their body, you know, their physicality, the tone of their voice, the way they delivered this line. This is interesting. I'm always analyzing something at all times. So sometimes it's hard for me to just sit there and enjoy the film like everybody else in the room, you know. So when I'm watching, the thing that I always do, or the thing that my brain always does subconsciously, is my brain always picks a character, and I'm like, yeah, that's me. You know, even though they look nothing like me, or it's not about them looking like me or me actually relating to that character's experiences. It could be a character that I absolutely do not relate to, but my brain will just like randomly picks a character. And most of the time, my brain will always, every single time, with no fail, pick a character that's like going through the most. Always, every single time. I don't know why it does that. It always does that. Picking a character that's like going through the most and has all these like traumatic things that happen to them and going on for them. And it's just like, I don't know why my brain does that, but it just does. It just does. It just does for some weird reason. Why? Again, I do not know. And with all these movies, all these films that I'd been watching, they were all so sad. And the thing that my brain would always do is just like pick the saddest character ever, the one that's like going through the most, and be like, yeah, that's me. I see myself in him, even though I see myself in him or her, even though I clearly do not see myself in them, and I cannot relate to anything that they're going through, but it just does that. And then I get so into the film, so present and so into it, and my brain gets so into it to the point where anytime that really sad character experiences something messed up, or a heartbreak or something, I also feel it. I know I'm not special for that. We all do that, but like I really get into it. I don't know what's up with my brain, but like if a character is like going through something in a film that I'm watching, I get so into it to the point where my brain starts to think that that's real and that's happening in real time to me, even though I know it's not happening to me and I'm just watching and observing this film, but my brain always puts me into this character's mind to the point where what they're experiencing in the film and the things that I'm watching and observing, that ends up being the things that I'm like feeling again. And I know that's pretty normal because you're watching the film and you have to like experience it with the character, what they're going through and all these kind of things. But with me, my brain always gets so into it to the point where I'm just like, this is too much. And with films like The Perks of Being a Wallflower and The Dead Poet Society with characters like Charlie and Neil, you get so into it to the point where it's like they're going through so much in these films. And I'm like, when I put myself in this like mindset that these characters are like in and the things that they're going through, the fact that it gets to affect them in the film, and I know it's not real, it's just a film, it's acting, but as an actor myself, my brain gets so into it to the point where it just messes up with me and it starts to think that it's real. So if they're sad and they're really sad and they're like going through this heartbreak, I go through a heartbreak, and then at the end of watching the film, I just get to like sit with myself in silence, in silence, and just think that, oh my god, what did I just watch? What was that? What was that? And then for the like next week or two, I just get to like marinate in that sadness, even though I know it was just a film, it wasn't real, it was just acting. But I just get so into it, and I do not like that. I don't like that. I don't like that. But I also kind of like that because as an actor, it's easier for me. It has always been easier for me in like acting class and all these roles that I've gone ahead to like play in little plays and stuff. It's always easy for me to like get into character most of the time. Getting out of character, well, not always the easiest thing, but with acting, it has always been easy for me to get into a character's mind and just like be present and like forget about my surroundings and what's going on with me, or forget that this is me. I just immediately get into the character's mindset and start to think like them and show up as them. So that has always been easy for me. So I guess there's pros and cons to everything, but it's just like, god, it's not good. So if a character is like going through the most, I go through the most. If I'm like playing a character and they're like going through all these things, I start to go through so much to the point where even after the director or the acting coach says cut, I still get to experience that even after doing that particular scene. It's always kind of hard for me to shake it off in a way. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense, but if you're an actor watching this, I know you know what I'm talking about, but it's just like it's always easy for me to just get myself in this character's mind and just like mindset. And for that reason, when I'm watching really sad stuff, it kind of does affect me because I get so into it and I'm like, dude, you don't have to do that. You really don't have to do that. At some point, you just have to like learn to enjoy things for what they are and leave them right there and go out there and do other things. You don't have to fully immerse yourself into this character's world and point of view and mindset. That's pretty messed up. It's something that I'm still learning to do, to just like enjoy a freaking movie and a film like everybody else. Just like sit there, watch it, enjoy it, and not have to like question or think too much about it, because I always just like to sit with myself and just like ask myself, oh my god, what did I just watch? Like, wow, that was something. And it's always too much. It's always too much. Again, I don't know if I'm the only actor who does this with the films that they watch or the characters that they get to like watch and experience, but I just thought that it was something that I wanted to talk about. And for that reason, I'm done watching sad films. I'm really done. I mean, I'm not really done. At some point, I'm gonna watch them anyway, but for research purposes, but acting research purposes. But yeah, it's too much. It kind of weighs on me a little bit. And I know you might be like, Adrian, shut up. It's not that deep. It's not that serious. You're being dramatic. Like, it's just a film. You don't have to you don't have to put so much of yourself into it. You're not even acting in it. And it's like, yeah, I get it. But also it's like, No, you don't understand. You do not. It gets intense. It really does. And it doesn't have to, but it does a lot of the times. And for that reason, I'm just done. I'm done watching really, really sad films because it's just like, oh God, it just breaks your heart and it's too much emotions, too much feelings going on. And I don't do with that. The whole feelings, leave me alone. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. You know, we already have more than enough sad films and traumatizing stuff coming out all these years, and that's what has been mostly coming out. I feel like it's time for a reset now. I feel like it's time for for a reset in the film industry so that we can get more comedy and just fun stuff. You know, rom-coms that are fun and not sad, and comedies and all these adventurous films that are not like sad and all this stuff. Like we've had more than enough sad stuff coming from an actor, and it's just like, okay, that's enough now. We all have our hearts broken. We've done a lot of self-reflection, and that's enough. Now I think it's time for us to get more fun, silly stuff, especially right now. Oh God, we need it. We need comedy, most especially right now. It's just we need a full reset with the film industry because again, we've had to do a lot of self-reflection. It's just like a collective in the world is just like, okay, that's enough. Now we need more fun stuff to kind of like escape a little bit. But that's just my opinion, and it's just something that I wanted to talk about. If you've been watching sad films or have watched them, recommend some in the comments down below. I want to know. I want to know. Again, even though I said that I'm done watching sad films, I am, but also I'm not, because at some point I'm still gonna watch them. But man, the perks of being a wallflower in that part society destroyed me. It really did. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for hanging out. I love you. Thank you for having and spending this time with me and chatting. And I missed you. Again, I love you. Take care of yourself. Let me know about you guys' opinions down in the comments below. And again, I love you. Take care of yourself. And I'll see you guys on the next one. That's it. Let me know about what you guys think. Again, take care of yourself. I love you. Drop down movies that you think are sad that I might not have watched before, so that I can go ahead and watch those and just like break my heart for the millionth time, because why not? And anyway, that's it. And I'm gonna end the video right now, because if I do not, I'm just gonna keep rambling and talking about things that you didn't ask for. But anyways, I love you. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.